What's up guys, today we're gonna record two tables, one of 1-2 and one of 2-5. We got a decent pull at 2-5, so without any further let's start and see what we've got here today and hope for a nice section. So the first hand, ace king. No action. Pretty interesting pull at 2-5. A lot of good and very good rags, and among them also some weaker players, which makes things interesting. This mix we're gonna squeeze this king 10 suited. No need to go bigger against the 2x open. This is here mostly gonna fold. Later position we're gonna call, and maybe this is also mixed, but most of the time it's just a fold. Force here, this late position always call. We can start donking here, we can have a donking range even smaller. On this card, on the turn, we don't donk too many flush draws. Still, we can block, we can check. Let's check this time. We can go even bigger here. I don't think he ever has a flush or anything, but when I go bigger, he won't call anything else, and here I go for the check raise. No, not this time. He didn't fall for it. He had nice. That's a shame. That's a shame. In this case, we would have got more from his side when he would we have taken our line like check raise on the flop, like donk check and big bet on the river or just block or whatever. So unfortunately we took the line against his hand, which we got the minimum, so he lost minimum. But yeah, against good players you cannot just be result oriented and try to be some kind of balanced. Even this sounds more like overrated or however you might call it. But I do think it's important to be kind of balanced against some players, and there are not many which they might catch what you're doing. But in this pool, especially 500 zone and some these regulars which are crushing also other stakes, yeah, you really have to be careful. So here we just overbet double flush draw on the turn. We check our overbet mainly. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this? He min raise us. I mean, this is mostly pocket 7 or whatever, or just trap like 10s. What the fuck is this? But we are never folding yet. And now we can get it all in. Let's hope he didn't bluff and he doesn't have something. Okay, just Spazzy A3 off. Nice. And let's take a note. Actually, I'm not so sure that this is. I mean, I'm gonna change my mind and change his tag for now. So I'm not sure this is very bad, even it is a bit spewy, but given the fact that he blocks ace4 suited, he blocks yeah, and on the turn his raise seems kind of interesting, and when he get there with a flush, so he will just blast it off on the river. But the river is actually very poor for him, so don't think it's a very good river to jam. So yeah, I don't know. On one side there are a lot of draws that missed. He puts a lot of pressure on whatever I do have, but actually I don't have that many. I'm just very polarized on the turn. He just min raise here. Let's click it back. So when I overbet, I bet the flop and overbet the turn. I'm polarized. So even I'm having a trash. I'm also checking here. Even I do have some trash gut shot or some draws, or I'm very good. I have 4x or even ace 10. I would overbet on the turn. Yes. So on the river, yes, he might get a fold from. He might get a fold from our trash, of course, but against our trash, he's mostly ahead, so he could even consider check calling maybe. I'm not sure, I have to review this hand, but still it's kind of spewy. It blocks overdraw, so that's why, yeah, it's not that good a jam on the river. On the flop, the float, it's loose, but okay, on the turn he get creative, whatever, and yeah, on the river it's again spewy. I'm not gonna attack him for now, but here we can block, we can let me think. No, we block the straight, so we go big, so oh, this is the worst river in the deck. So any a6, any ace x with gut shot with flush draw, anything get there, so we just check fold, I think. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Let me think about it. Could he check call? There are some, but he could jam even a6. About the flush draw, he will jam any a6 mainly when I check. And king queen, king jack, he'll check. Two pair, of course, it's jam. There are some flush draw, miss flush draws, but gut shots with an ace, it's got there. It's very, very close. I have to review this, so I'm gonna fold this time. Not sure. Really not sure. Okay, so this is the same player. He did the move before. I'm pretty sure he's a spewy player right now. As I see this, I'm not sure what his range looks like when he calls UTG open and then jam I squeeze. Could he trap? Could he have ace king? Against the full stack, it's easy fold. Against his, it's whatever. It's in between. I don't know. Gonna call this time. Might be, yeah, whatever. I thought about this. Maybe even like ace jack or something like this. So let's run it twice if he wants. Okay, split it up. So I'm gonna change it. It's tank. So this is indeed a speed player. It looked like okayish when on the first hand, but this is not anymore. So this is just clicking buttons player. And let me see, what can I do here? He quickly check. I think I'm gonna go for a big overbet here. can Ceegee. This is high percentage 3-bet, 9 suited. High percentage C-bet, mostly half pot. Vector. This is actually not a good card. It might look like a good card, but he does have a lot of a6 floats. And I don't think we do always barrel this turn. So we have a lot of checks actually. And unfortunately with this hand we have to check fold. Cannot continue anymore. Do have better hands to check call, to check raise even, but not this time. This is a very loose squeeze against perceived maybe a weaker player, and this one is also weaker player. We can do it. Let's send some grease to our friend over here. He checks call, check calls. He might check call range or close to range because this is a very bad card for him. So ace queen is a jam. King queen is close. I don't think. Maybe some of the times. I'm not sure. Not sure. Here we can start this board. We can implement a donking range some of the times. Blocking ace and 9. It's very likely it does have something, and that's why we don't bet too big on this card. This is also, this is not a good card, but we can barrel. He can call with 9x with a flush draw, or here we're gonna check or bet half pot usually. I'm gonna start betting here. When he does check raise, he mostly does have flushes. Gonna call once and we get there. He also does have some See, I don't have any history with him, but being marked as a regular, I'm pretty sure he does have some bluffs also. So against that range, we can call one. And on the river, how big to bet? Do we ever overbet here? No, I think just going big. Yeah, pretty sure he bluffed with something, so that's why we cannot fold there on the turn yet. When we bet, so we can also check back. So the much safer line would be to just check back and call any river, any reasonable size, or bet ourselves. I'm not sure what does exploitative what his check represents. I'm gonna check back and bet the river when he checks again. Mostly does have okay, when he bets we cannot do much more, so I'm gonna fold. Usually these PvP and weaker players, they are pretty unbalanced with their checks, and their checks are mostly pot control hands, so they are not checking to fold too much. So that's why it's better to, it depends on the situation, on the positions and so on and so forth, if it's single raise pot or 3-bet pot, of course. But especially in 3-bet pots, when the bigger the pot is, the more unbalanced they are, and they usually don't just bet the flop and check the turn with nothing. So especially this kind of players, what we saw earlier, so we saw two spear hands from him. So when he did not have anything, I'm pretty sure he would barrel his nothing on the turn, and especially on the king when this card hits him very good after c-betting the flop. So I don't think he does have any check folds there, and that's why it's better to just get our equity and check the turn and evaluate the river. So when he checked the river again, he might trap sometime, but most of the time he's just giving up. A little percentage of the time when he did check the flop as a give up, right? So we just bet the river and hope to take it down, and when he bets, just fold. On the turn, he's all bet with the flush draw. That's why we see bet the flop. Yes, on one side we does have backdoor, on other side this card is not so good for us. Gonna check back, especially with a flush blocker. Do have a lot of checks. So on the other flop we do have a flush draw, but on our side that 5 is not a great card for us, but still. Only some of the time we can over that. We do have also some 6-7 there when the strategy get there, so we are small blind versus big blind. Here on the turn we can still check it back, or block bet, and on the river just overbetting. So representing maybe a two pair we got there, maybe a missed flush draw. We size it down a bit because of his opening size. Against the weaker players, gonna call. This is very loose, but like I said, I don't feel confident I can maneuver post flop very good against them, so no reason to fall against that min size when he would have open raised a bit bigger. Yes, we could have folded. King Jack suited against this pretty big 4-bet actually. Not sure. King Queen suited, it's called. This is close. We're gonna fold this time, especially against that size and out of position against a very good player. I thought about 3-betting this hand. We do 3-bet some of the times. We could see, we could bet small mid, not c-betting. We can check back. Let's check it back this time. And we're gonna triple barrel this hand. I expected a lot of delayed c-bet on the king. No wonder. And on this card, we pretty much have to call it down, especially on the king pairing. Here we mostly call, we can forward some of the times. He does have some flushes, but not many. We block. Let me think about it. We block ace x. We bet big flushes. This stands without just block it without flush blockers. Should block. Just block it against his polar range like 8x or 5x. Actually, we are gonna block some of the times also some traps, some flushes, some full houses. I mean, not too many full houses, some running around full houses. Easy call here. He's gonna check raise a lot of 6x, a lot of 7x, a lot of overpairs, a lot of flush draws. 2 overs and with a queen flush blockers we are gonna we are gonna bluff a lot of spades. Easy call, and now easy call with the nuts, of course. I expect a lot of checks. Block bet? Interesting. Of course we're gonna jam. Oh my god. He got there with the nuts. Oh my god. What an unfortunate spot. Oh my god. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, what is this? I could have raise, maybe not jamming, but I don't think it does make any sense. No, actually not. Jamming is the only option there. Actually, I wanted to say not the nuts there, second nuts. But yeah. Here on the turn, he barrels big. Can we fold this? Can the pair board? Didn't have time there. On such a dry board, he double barrels when I could have a lot of queen x. Not sure. Yeah, this was a bit pretty unfortunate one. Over 100 pp. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What an unfortunate spot. So I blocked the flush draw, so we would have lost the stack on the flush card maybe when he would have check called or something like this. But I never thought we are gonna lose this one, so this is very unfortunate. Can you sit in mix call and 4-bet? Just calling. Yeah, we can donk. We check. Could bet again, but he does have a lot of ace jack as ace jack off as a bluff. A lot, I mean, some of the times he does have some tens, maybe some of the times. So, and he just block again to call us with ace king. Folds. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Oh, what a cooler would have been there. Oh my god. Glad that the flush didn't get there. Cooler for against me again. Unbelievable. We can a6. It is one of the few combos we are actually folding against the 3-bet. Thought about 4-betting, but no. I mean, cutoff versus button. A6 suited is A6 suited. It's a mix, and Ace2 suited is a. If I'm not wrong, it's a 100% fold. And here Jack 08 off is pretty close. So gonna sit out next big blind. We got some action. We got also some interesting hands. Some spewy hands, some donations, and also a cooler against us. Unfortunate. I hope you enjoyed the recording. So when so, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and see you next time.